here. Today is this week's Whip and Chat. And whenever I say whip, what always plays in my head is that 80s song by Devo. Whip it good. Dun-na-na-na-na. Anyways, I just had to get that out of my system. You're welcome. You're probably going to have that song stuck in your head the rest of the day. There's also another one, but I won't keep going. Watch me whip. Watch me nay-nay. Okay. All right. So, WIP, W-I-P, stands for work in progress. And the reason why I have you guys zoomed out so far is because I wanted to show you how far I've gotten on my WIP. But before we start, y'all go ahead and grab whatever you're working on and let's just work together. And if you don't have a WIP and you're driving or doing laundry or dishes, cleaning the house, whatever you're doing, going to the bathroom, whatever, I don't mind. Let's just sit down for a little bit and just chat. All right, so this is Fuji Flora from Diamond Art Club, and you can see what I've done so far. I'm getting there. Made a little bit of progress. Now I always start from the bottom left corner and work over. So I'm almost to the end, and then I kind of just, start again and just go over. So I just do rows. To get an idea of how much, I've got it hanging over the table here. So I'm just gonna pull it back and y'all can get an idea of how much more I have to go. So there's the flowers, and here comes Mount Fuji, and that's it. There's the end. So, I'll probably turn it over and start working upside down to get to the other side on the top once I get to the middle. So I'll keep, working my way down, but it's just a beautiful, beautiful painting. It's gorgeous. I'm loving the colors. I thought I'd be, getting a little sick of it by now, but I'm not. So the colors have just been great. It's a little confetti heavy here and there, but for the most part, it's really been nice. So today is Wednesday, and it's around, I took my watch off. It's about lunchtime. It's about 12. Kids are at school, so I thought I'd go ahead and film my Whip and Chat. And then y'all will see it on Thursday. That way it gives me some time to edit. All right, so let me sorry if you hear my dog. I'm gonna have to introduce those dogs to you. There's something else. Let me pause the video and just kind of bring you guys back down. And so I'll have a seat and we'll get working, okay? All right. Okay, hi guys, I'm back. I've got us back closer so we can start whip and chatting. But before we do that, let me go ahead and talk about all the tools that I'm using. Let's see, first off, like I mentioned before, this is Fuji Flora from Diamond Art Club. And it's a big one, but it's been a ton of fun and I'm glad I'm doing it. I'm just kind of working my way through it, and it's been a really enjoyable experience. So I really like this painting. And then my tray is from Munimade. You can see that there. She's on Etsy. So, and of course I will link all these things down in the description. So if y'all are interested in any of these items, hopefully they're still around for sale. I know it's hard to get these trays. She only posts them on certain days, but she listed, if you go to check out her Etsy site, she's got the information on there. Let's see. I've got my little trash tray from Drill Pen Frenzy, and it's actually a cover minder. It's got a little magnet on the bottom. So I just use it for my trash. And then, of course, tweezers. You gotta be safe, so I got them covered. And then we've got my pen from Diamond Pen Pal. And this is my turquoise one that I unboxed recently. And it's got the no roll right there, so it's flat. So I really do enjoy that. And then in my single placer, I've got micro glue dots, which I think I'm gonna have to replace pretty soon. It's starting to lose a little bit of its stickiness. But I didn't want to do it right before I started filming because then it would be too sticky. Because in my last video, you could kind of see me trying to hold some of the drills down as I was pulling it up because it was kind of tough. Pink wax in my multi-placer. And this is a 7-placer. That's my jam right there. I enjoy 7 because you can do, 3, 4, you can do anything up to 7, which is nice. And then here I've got my Elizabeth Ward storage containers. see those? I've got 2 of those over here. I'm using almost all of my containers. And last but not least is the release papers, which I cannot tell you anything about those, unfortunately, because she no longer is making them. They're very, very labor intensive. So she has stopped making them, so I will not put those in the description. But they're just, you know, release papers, and you can, you know, just get them from Amazon, and you can get just the white ones. And they work just as well. All right, so let's peel. I started working a little bit on this section last night, and then I just got so tired. I was like, I need to go to bed. So let's just, I love that. I'll peel that and kind of put this one aside. So if I end up not finishing it, I can cover it back up. Okay, so today's video, we'll just kind of cover, you know, just a little bit about what's been going on in my world the last week. And then I thought it would be really fun, since I'm still new to YouTube, that it would be fun to do a tag, little 10 personal tag questions about me. That way y'all can get to know me a little bit more. So we'll do that in just a little bit. So let's see, last time we spoke was mid last week, like Thursday. And I know we had a lot of things going on with my daughter and her eyes. Well, let me pick a color. Well, we did go to the optometrist yesterday, and come to find out she does need glasses. So I hope that solved the mystery. We have to wait, you know, 7 to 10 days, you know, obviously, for them to make the glasses and get the lenses in there and put her prescription in there. So she's really excited. She picked out some really cute, like pink, purple, kind of a mauve color. And yeah, so I really hope that, you know, helps her at school. And, you know, because we had a rough time there with the, you know, her getting upset in the mornings, and, you know, she had to go to the nurse a lot. So yes, my little girl's going to have glasses. She's going to be so cute with her little glasses on. And so that was that from last week. And then after I talked to y'all last, I mean, we just had a week full of, like, you know, just felt like doctor's appointments and medical things were happening all over the place. Well, right after I spoke to you last, my middle son comes up to me and he's like, Mom, I've got something on the bottom of my foot that's really bothering me. So I looked at it, I'm like, oh my gosh, what is that? So I felt bad because I'd been, you know, spending so much time, you know, focusing on his sister, and I took her to the pediatrician, and he goes, Mom, it really is bothering me. Can we go see the doctor? I was like, okay. So the next day I took him to the pediatrician, and she's like, wow, again? I'm like, yep, I'm here. I'm back again. So we go, and come to find out, he has got a wart on the bottom of his foot. So we had that. And then that same afternoon, they had 2 of my 3 had dentist appointments. That was all good news. No one had any cavity. Whoa, I just pushed that too hard. No one had any cavities, which I was really, really worried because, you know, we haven't seen the dentist in a while. Obviously, with everything going on, we just, you know, canceled all those appointments and said, we'll wait. So I felt like it was safe enough now to go ahead and do that. So no cavities. That was good news. And I think that's it on the medical front, which is, I'm good with that. And then the weekend, you know, I mentioned to you guys last time that we were going to be playing croquet for my mom's birthday. We did that. So Friday night we had our friends over, and they've got 2 kids, and one of their kids asked if she could, their daughter asked if she could bring her best friend. And we said, absolutely. So we had, you know, another couple plus, you know, 3 kids, and we did hamburgers and hot dogs, and it felt so weird having people over, but it was so nice. And it was a beautiful day. So they came over that night, and we just sat outside, and I had heated up the pool so the kids could swim because the water's still a little cold. And so we sat outside, ate, the kids swam. We had a really, really good time. We got here about, you know, almost 7, and they left about 10:30. So it was just the right amount of time to hang out and just, you know, be a little social again, which felt great because we haven't seen really a lot of people except for family. So that was Friday. And then Saturday, my mother-in-law was going to stop over to say hi because we had not seen her since Christmas. And she just lives, I don't know, probably about 20 minutes away from us. And by the way, we call her Nanny. So if Nanny's watching, I know she heard about my channel and she said she subscribed. So hi, Nanny, if you're watching. So Nanny came over and we visited with her. And then my daughter asked if she could have a sleepover that night. And Nanny said yes. So they left together. So my daughter got to have a sleepover at her grandma's house and got totally spoiled. They colored eggs. They did Easter eggs. And, you know, got to go to a food truck that comes in the neighborhood. And she just had a great time. My mother-in-law's got 3 dogs, and they're super sweet. So my daughter just loves going over there and playing with the puppies. And they also have a little golf cart. And so they went cruising around, you know, the neighborhood in the golf cart, and went to the playground, and, you know, went to go feed ducks. And gosh, she just had a great time. So the next day on Sunday, I went to go pick her up because I had to get her back home because we were going to my mom's for her birthday to play croquet. I don't know why I have to say it that way. It just sounds so fancy. So we get over there at my mom's around 3. And my dad is so cute. My mom and dad are waiting outside in their chairs, their little camping chairs. And they asked me to bring a couple. And so we brought some. So they had chairs for everybody. And then they asked me to bring some cones. And my dad had the whole course set up. And y'all, we were only able to play 1 game of croquet. It took about almost 2 hours to play 1 game. You know, because there's 7 of us. So it, you know, and everyone took turns. We had a blast. My oldest son ended up winning, and he won $20. Sorry, there's something on the canvas that's bugging me. He won $20. And then the second place winner got $10, which was my other son. So, and my husband did really well. My daughter and my dad, they were on the same team because they didn't have enough of the, I don't know what you call them, the mallets, the little putters for everyone to each have one. So, but you know, she's new to the game too. And so it was really nice that they got to team up. But we had so much fun. So much so that my middle one was like, Mom, can we play another game? But it was getting close to dinner time. And I said, well, it's really, you know, it's up to, you know, Guy. Guy is what they call my mom. So Guy, I know she's subscribed. So Guy, if you're watching, hi. And so, and Pop, that's my dad. So they call him, there's Pop and Guy. And it was funny because I think she wanted to be called, I'm trying to remember the original name that she said she wanted, but the kids couldn't say it. So they could only say Guy. And so it just stuck. You know, kids normally end up naming their grandparents. It's funny, the grandparents always have, you know, a certain name in mind, and it normally doesn't work out. So, yeah, they wanted to play a second game, and it was getting, you know, almost dinner time, and we said, no, we can't, maybe after. But then after, it was getting dark. So we were going to get food. We were going to pick up food from this restaurant called La Hacienda. And here in Texas, we have something called Tex-Mex. It's like a mix between, you know, Mexican food and like what the Texas, I wish I could, you know, I should have looked up the description of Tex-Mex, but it's very popular here. You know, they have steaks, fajitas, you know, enchiladas, you name it, the chips, salsa, you know, all of it. So we were going to order it and bring it in to my mom's house, but someone had suggested, I think it was my husband, he's like, do we just want to go there and eat there? And we haven't been out to a restaurant together in over a year. And my mom's like, yeah, that would be a lot easier. The food would be hotter, you know, then it would be less for my mom to have to set up and clean up and, you know, all that stuff on her birthday. So we end up going to the restaurant. The kids didn't want to. They wanted to stay at the house, but we made everybody go because we said it's up to Guy, and she wanted to, you know, and the food was hot, fresh. You get the whole, you know, experience from the place. It's really cool. It's like this, it's like log cabin looking. It's got wood everywhere, and they've got, you know, dead animals on the walls that are stuffed. They've got a big bear when you walk in. It's very, you know, like outdoorsy, kind of a cool, like, you know, cabin feel. It's really, really fun. And it's very Western and Texas themed. And so we ate there. And towards the end of dinner, we wanted to do a family picture. So my dad, because he's our resident, he takes all the pictures and puts them on a shared drive. He takes all the pictures of my kids for every event. They don't miss anything. And it's so nice. I have so many great pictures because Pop, you know, is so good about, you know, capturing all those memories. So he went to take a picture of all of us. And of course he wasn't in it, which is normal, which is sad. And so after he sat down, we were paying the bill, and this gentleman, this guy that was sitting next to us, comes over and offers to take a picture of all of us, a family picture, which I thought was so nice. We thanked him, you know, profusely. We're like, thank you so much. And I thanked him afterwards as we were leaving. But yeah, so we have a family picture of all of us. And so after that, we went back to my mom's house. And my kids love, you can get them at any grocery store here, like at Kroger or Tom Thumb or really anywhere. But Oreo, you know, the cookies, they actually make an Oreo ice cream cake. And then Reese's makes a Reese's ice cream cake. And we always get them for, you know, special occasions. And so my parents were nice enough to get both because, of course, one of my kids likes one of them and everybody likes the other one. So they got both. And we went back and we had dessert and my mom opened up our gifts. And she sent me a text message the next day saying, Shay, I had, you know, such a great day. And, you know, thank you for making my birthday so special. So it really, really meant a lot to me. And we had it was a great weekend, you know, just seeing family and friends. So my heart feels, you know, full, and it was a good day. So I think, and I'm trying to think what's happened this week. This week's been kind of quiet, which I better knock on wood. I don't want to jinx that. I'm a little superstitious, but yeah, it's been kind of quiet. I had to run to Walmart yesterday because I totally forgot Easter was this Sunday. So I mean, I don't know what happened. It just totally slipped my mind. I thought I had more time. So I ran to Walmart and it was pretty picked over what they had left for Easter goodies. Can't get into too much detail because I have little subscribers that watch. I don't want to, you know, say too much, but y'all that know. So I had to do that and get what I needed to get. And I got a set to dye eggs. We still color real Easter eggs for the bunny to put out. So we're gonna color those. We got to color those in a few days. We normally do them the night before, so it's maybe something we'll do Saturday. But I got like the paws, you know, coloring kits with, you know, the little dyed tablets. I know you can probably just use food coloring, but it was super cheap, so I just bought one of those kits. So that was yesterday. I scrambled there and worked on that today before I hopped on here. And let me think, what else has happened this week? My son's 16th birthday is next week. So I think that's what kind of got me about Easter. I was kind of focusing on his birthday and thinking about that coming up, and Easter just kind of, and then my mom's birthday, you know, was just happening. So for Easter Sunday, you know, a lot of times we'll get together with family, but this year, because, you know, we just saw my mom for her birthday, and then we saw my mother-in-law the next day. Then we're going to be seeing everybody for my son's 16th. They'll come over and we'll have everybody over here and I'll do dinner and we'll do gifts. So we just decided for Easter this year, you know, we'll just kind of do our own thing and hang out with the kids that day. So that was that. My oldest has been blowing up my phone today. He's been working out, trying to get buff. And he hurt himself doing leg stuff yesterday, and he's been texting me all day saying, Mom, my leg hurts. I was like, you need to stay at school. So he's kind of been bugging me today, but you know, that's normal stuff. But that's really it for kind of life happenings. And I hope y'all are doing okay. I hope everybody is, you know, had a good weekend and a good week so far. We're halfway through it. And I can go ahead and start the tag questions. And let's get into it. I've got 10 of them. I just pulled them up on the internet. So let's see. They had, you know, like a huge list of like 116 of them. And I'm like, yeah, we're not going to do that. That's just too long. So let me grab my laptop and I'll pull them up real quick. What did I do with it? Oh, it's right here behind me on the bed. All right. What time are we at now? Okay, we're about 16 minutes in. I didn't want this to go too long. I didn't want y'all to sit through too long of a WIP and chat. All right, so this is going to be 10 personal tag questions. All right, number 1. What is your favorite Starbucks drink? Let's see. I don't go to Starbucks very often because, you know, you just get coffee at home. But when I'm out and about and it's kind of a treat, I like the caramel macchiato. I like it hot or iced. You know, I do like iced coffee, you know, during the summer. Sometimes to switch it up a little bit from the caramel macchiato, I will get a vanilla latte. I like those. I also like just a plain old cappuccino, nothing fancy. I don't really like things that are real sweet. So a lot of times, you know, a lot of their drinks are just, oof, just a little too sweet for me. Especially like their holiday drinks, like the gingerbread latte and the pumpkin spice latte. I like those, but I normally can't deal with all the sweetness. So I'll normally just ask for like 1 pump of, you know, of the syrup. So yeah, that is my favorite drink from Starbucks when I do go. Let's see, I'm still working on 9 here. All right, the next one, hold on. You know what? Speaking of Starbucks, I am going to get a little sip of water real quick if you don't mind. I'm using my tumbler for Mrs. Coffee, which really is helping me drink more water. All right, next question, number 2. What's something most people don't know about you? Ooh. That's a good question. Let's see, and here I am going to put it on YouTube. No, I love you guys. Let's see, something that most people don't know about me. Oh, I know. You know, some people know, but a lot of people, I don't think y'all know about this. I haven't talked about it yet. So when I was 9 years old, I was riding my bike in California, where I grew up. I was riding my bike without socks and shoes on. I don't know if y'all can guess where this is going. And my dad and everybody was at work, so we had like a babysitter watching us. So it was my brother and I. We were in the alley with some other neighborhood kids riding bikes, and I was actually sitting on, you know, we had banana seats back then, and I was with Billy, who's a little boy that I liked in the neighborhood. He was riding the bike, and I was behind him on the banana seat, and I had my legs dangling down, and we're going, and the next thing you know, the bike stops. I feel something kind of stinging. I'm like, oh, sorry, I think my, you know, my foot, you know, hit the tire, hit the wheel. Everybody starts freaking out and yelling and screaming, and I look down, and my pinky toe is hanging off. I hope this isn't too graphic for anybody. I'm not going to show pictures or anything. We're not going to go that far. But yeah, my the tip of my baby toe on my, let's see, my right foot was hanging off. So my brother runs down to the house, which is like 5 or 6 houses down from where we were in the alley. And he tells the babysitter, and she didn't speak a whole lot of English. So he goes down there and tells her, and she was a little petite lady. And she put me on her, over her shoulder, which was amazing that she was a little lady, you know, but I was 9, so I guess I wasn't too heavy, or too big for her. So yeah, she carried me back to the house. You know, a lot of the neighborhood kids, Billy went and told his mom. So she came down to the house, and I was in the backyard sitting on the patio back there. And the babysitter runs in and has a bottle of alcohol in her hands. Now this is all, I don't remember any of this because I was young, I was in shock. This is what I've been told what happened by Billy's mom. I remember she was telling my dad after you know, all this. Yeah, she was going to put alcohol on an open wound like that. Thank God Billy's mom showed up and was like, no, don't do that. Go, you know. So they ran in and they got a washcloth and they handed it to me, or they, you know, put it on my, you know, they went to like put the washcloth, like here's my foot, for instance. They handed me the washcloth and they went to like, you know, put the toe, you know, like back on, and they just told me to hold it. So here I am, you know, just holding, you know, my foot like this. And I'm thinking if I let go, my toe's going to fall off. So I was like this. I was holding my foot the entire way to the hospital. They put me in a wheelchair as soon as I got to the hospital, and they could not pry my hands off of that washcloth. They had to have a couple of nurses, doctor, people, you know, just pulling and pulling. And I was, you know, again, I thought it was my toe was going to fall off. So I was holding, you know, holding on for dear life, holding on to that, you know, that washcloth. So they told me to lay back, and the doctor was great. He told me that he was going to tell me everything that he was doing before he did it. And just really, really good doctor. But I just remember at one point, I was curious as to what they were doing. And I remember kind of looking up and looking down at my feet, and I saw that monkey's blood. I don't know if y'all are familiar with that, but it's like a disinfectant that they put, and it looks awful. It's like orange. That's why they call it monkey's blood. But they were cleaning the wound. And I just, that looked just awful to me. And I couldn't believe what I was seeing. It looked like blood. And I remember laying down thinking, okay, I'm not looking anymore. I just need to calm down. So long story short, I know I'm probably getting into too much detail here, but they couldn't save the toe. So I am almost without a pinky toe. It's really, really small. There's no nail. It pretty much cut it off like right under the toenail. So it's really funny whenever I paint my toes. I always paint the skin on that toe to give it the effect that there's a toenail. And it lasts, you know, for a couple of days until it's time to, you know, and it rubs off in the shower. So yeah, that's, and I remember I was so mad. It happened right before my 10th birthday. And I got roller skates for my birthday. I thought, as a parent now, I'm like, that was an awful gift. Why would you do that? Why would you? And I remember I've got pictures of me just, you know, laying on the couch and, you know, looking at my roller skates because I, you know, obviously could not use them. So yeah, I don't have a little toe, and I'm not going to show y'all, but I've got a lot of nicknames, and, you know, some of the neighborhood kids, my daughter will tell them, because of course my daughter knows, my kids know, do not ride your bike without socks and shoes on. And I'll tell the neighborhood kids, look, this is what can happen. Or, you know, my daughter will be like, look at my mom's feet. Look at her toe. It's cut off because of, you know, she rode her bike without socks and shoes. So it freaks out the neighborhood kids, but it's funny. All right. So now that is something that y'all know about me, about my little toe, poor little toe. Oh, whenever I go get a pedicure, they always, you know, will be painting it, and they kind of look at me and they look away. I'm thinking I should be getting a discount, but I've never been brave enough to ask. You know, that's kind of embarrassing, and I don't want to make a big deal about it. So, but I've had friends that ask me, do you get a discount? No, I don't get a discount. It's just one toe. And I'm sure they see all kinds of things, but they're all very, very nice about it, and no one makes it a big deal. And I just come home and try to paint, you know, the little toe close to a color that maybe I chose there. So, all right, moving on. Next one, let me grab my iPad. Okay. All right. What is a quote that you live by? Ooh, that's a good one. Let's see. You know, something I tell my kids all the time that just comes, the first thing that comes to mind is, you know, treat others as you would want to be treated. You know, that's such a good life lesson, and, you know, can't go wrong with that one. And then something else that comes to mind when I think of that question is, this too shall pass. You know, I do think about that whenever times are tough and something, you know, is rough. You're like, you know what, this is not going to last forever. This will pass. So I think about that a lot too. That kind of goes through my head. Let's see. Next one. Guilty pleasure. Oh, I know. Okay. All right. So I am I have an addiction actually to this. I would say an obsession, but it's actually an addiction because I can't even buy it and keep it in the house. My guilty pleasure, and it's something that we started doing in China. I never had it until we moved to China, and now I can't stop having it, is Nutella. Nutella is this, if you're not familiar with what it is, it's like this hazelnut, it's like a chocolate hazelnut cream. It's like a dip. It's so good. And I don't like it. I mean, I like it on, you know, bread or toast or whatever, or, you know, on a crepe. But my favorite way to eat Nutella is with a chopstick. Just one chopstick. And you just dip it in there and just go to town. And you just eat that Nutella. And I've finished I can eat almost a whole jar and kind of feel a little sick afterwards, but I just can't stop eating it. It's so good. So I love, 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 love Nutella. So I would have to say that's probably my guilty pleasure. All right, next one. What are two of your hobbies? Oh, well, that's kind of a boring question. Because y'all know one of them. Obviously, it's diamond painting. What else? Hobby. I don't read. Another hobby. What is something else that I like to do? Gosh, I like to, there's, there's like holiday traditions I like to do, like bake cookies, but I'm not really great in the kitchen. So I wouldn't say baking or cooking. I don't really know if I had two hobbies. I think I just have diamond painting. Is that bad? Nah, that's not bad. I know y'all understand. It's pretty awesome. Okay, so maybe, I mean, who needs to have two hobbies? Some people don't even have one. So I think it's okay just to have one because you get to focus on it. Plus I have 3 kids and it gets busy and, I just can't be doing my hobbies all the time. I got to be taking care of the family. Pet peeves. Let's see. Pet peeves. Y'all be thinking about these too, because I wonder if we have any similarities. Pet peeves. Oh, I know one. When people drive fast in our neighborhood, because like I've talked about before, my daughter, likes to run around. A lot of kids in the neighborhood are running outside and playing outside and riding bikes, and people come flying through our neighborhood. And gosh, it's just so scary. Plus, delivery drivers, you got Amazon and, all the things, and they just haul, what, through the neighborhood. So that's probably definitely one of my pet peeves. Another one is when someone doesn't hold the door open for you and they just kind of, walk through and let it slam in your face. Don't like that. I don't like that at all. Let's see. I know I've got more. Oh, another one I can think of is saying thank you. And my kids know I'm a big, big, big person on thank yous. I mean, my kids know. I mean, even when I hand my daughter, like, she'll be eating dinner and she asks for the ketchup. I hand her that. She's like, thank you. They know mom. I don't know, all moms. Everybody likes to be thanked and appreciated. And so I'm real big on thank yous. I always tell, my kids when they've had friends over, I'm like, I liked so-and-so. They were so polite. So I guess it's manners, is what but I said, when they don't say thank you, that's one of my pet peeves. I don't like that. I think it's so rude. So, okay, I think I'm done with the 9s, unless y'all can see any more. I think I'm done. All right, let's see, what's another one? Okay, that was number 6. So, number 7, are you named after anyone? I am. My mom had a childhood friend, and her name was Sharon, and her nickname was Shay. So it's actually someone's nickname. And I didn't care for my name when I was a kid because, you want all the things that have, the little keychains that, have your name on them and all the cute little stuff. And I, obviously could never find anything. There's John and Katie and never Shay. So I didn't really care for it when I was a kid because I wanted, something with, with my name on it. Let's see, what symbol should we do next? Let's do, I think we're gonna do these. We'll do some yellow. All right, so let's see, what number are we on? That was 7. Okay, y'all, we just have a few more. 8, favorite scents. Favorite scents. So I do have in my house, I like, the Bath and Body Works. I've got those little plug-ins, those little wallflower, and they smell so good. And I do, my mom actually got me turned on to this scent. I walked in her house once and I smelled, it was just wonderful. I'm like, what is that? And I loaded up on them and I just kind of keep them, during the holidays, I'll change them out to, cinnamon and, do something more holiday, smells. But it's called, oh gosh, now I'm going to forget. I have so many of them. Green tea and sage, I think is the name of it. I'll actually put it in the description if y'all want to go order them. So good. Now it is hard to find sometimes. They're out of it because I think I think it's caught on, because at first it was kind of hard to find. They have a candle, but it's not one of their real popular ones, but it smells delicious. I love it. And it's not really like a food smell. It's more like just a clean floral, but it's not too floral. It's not too flowery. It's not too fragrant, but I love it. It's just a clean smell. So I have those in all the rooms, most of the room, not all the rooms, but I probably have about, yeah, my husband gives me a hard time about those. He's like, honey, it's overpowering. You've got them in too many rooms. So I had to like scale back a little bit on the plugins. I'm like, but I like them. I like the house smelling good. All right, so what's the next one? Next one, number 9, favorite movie. Okay, so I've talked about, you know, with my mermaid series, you know, I loved The Little Mermaid, but that's a animated. I don't really want to count that. My all-time favorite movie would be The Wizard of Oz. I absolutely love The Wizard of Oz. One of the things I've always wanted that I've never had, maybe I'll get it one day, is a Wizard of Oz themed birthday party. I don't care, even if I'm older, I still want it. I think that would be super cool. I've been Dorothy for Halloween several years in a row. And the coolest thing is my daughter actually wore my Dorothy costume, and she was Dorothy this past Halloween we just had. So cute. We got a little basket with Toto and the red slippers. We went all out. You know, of course, she's been the Little Mermaid before. She's been Ariel. So I love having a girl. We just get to do all the girly stuff. And she loves Dorothy. She loves The Wizard of Oz. So yeah, there's no place like home. So if y'all haven't seen it, it's a classic. I'm sure most of you have, but if you haven't, you need to go check it out. The Wizard of Oz. And I know, I kind of found out about it just recently, but I think there's a collab or an event going on that's has to do with Oz, with the Wizard of Oz. So I need to look into that. I don't have any diamond paintings that are Wizard of Oz themed, but I might have to get on that. I want to say it's August, so I think it's quite far away, so I think I've got time. So that's probably my favorite movie if I was going to pick one. All right, let's see. Last one. When do you usually go to bed? I am kind of a grandma when it comes to that. You know, because I have to get up early, you know, to get my daughter up for school. You know, I have to get up around 6:30 normally. So I'm normally tired about, you know, during the week when I have to get up early and I have to, you know, get to bed. I normally go to bed about 10:30. You know, I'll get in bed, but that doesn't mean I go to bed. I'll, you know, get on my iPad and look up stuff, and you just get sucked down this rabbit hole of, you know, the internet. And I'll look up, sometimes I'll go to bed at 10, I'll look up and it'll be 11. I'm like, how did that happen? You know, I'll be on Instagram and I'm just looking at, you know, everyone's diamond paintings. So fun. So that is probably, yeah, that's when my usual time is. And then of course on the weekends, you know, I stay up till like, you know, I try to stay up a little bit later because my oldest is now going out more and staying out later. And I don't like to go to bed, you know, unless he's home. So I'd say the weekends normally around 11:30. Because I try to sleep in a little bit. Now that my daughter is 8, she can, you know, kind of get up on her own on the weekends and, you know, get on her iPad for a little bit and let me sleep. And then I get up, you know, she'll come and tell me when she's hungry and I help her, you know, get some cereal. She's not great at pouring the milk, especially when it's a new one. So, you know, that's fine. I don't mind her waking me up and me getting up at some point. So I think that's it. That's for the tech. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I did. That was fun. We'll have to keep doing those. I know that I was on a live a few days ago and someone had mentioned that I lived in China and that she would like to hear more of that. So I might even do like a fun, you know, part 2 of China, because I know I didn't tell y'all everything. Although, you know, some of the people that I heard that moved back before I did, back to the States, they were like, you know, you lived over there, but no one else did. So don't talk about it too much because people don't care and they'll kind of just glaze over and you'll get this. I'm like, oh, okay. So I kind of kept that in mind and I thought, well, it's not going to be as exciting or interesting to someone else, you know, because they didn't actually do it, but people seem to be curious. So you know, I'm here. I'll tell you guys whatever there is to tell. So, and there's some pretty good stories. There's more stories. I didn't even touch on like the air pollution and, you know, you talk about wearing masks now. We were wearing masks over there. Masks are, you know, always worn over there because the air pollution gets so bad. It's really, really nasty over there, the air. So, all right. I think that's it for today. I enjoyed hanging out with you guys. And if you are new to the channel, thank you for stopping by, and I hope you decide to subscribe. If you've already subscribed, thank you so much. I'm, like I've said in so many videos, I am enjoying this to the umpteenth degree. So fun. And thank you. Now, I did want to mention, in case you're listening, I did do a video a few days ago for my 100th subscriber giveaway, and I still have not heard back from that person. So please go watch that giveaway video if you haven't already, and let me know so I can send that to you. Okay? All right. That's it for today. Hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and the bell, and you'll be notified anytime I do a video. Okay. Talk to you later. Bye.